On you guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys the best investments to make for these NBA playoffs. Now, before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I launched my ultra high-end membership just around 5 weeks ago, and on April 4th, our members were buying up these Topps Chrome 1996 hobby boxes for just around $30,000, a little bit less than $30,000, and just a few weeks after, they jumped to around $45,000. They're currently sitting between $45,000 and $50,000 on most marketplaces. So they made a good, 50% on their money, a good $15,000 to $20,000 in the span of a few weeks. So if you guys would like to join, if you have a little bit bigger of a bankroll, this ultra high-end membership comes with $10,000+ cards, and there's just so much money to be made, so many opportunities, so many boxes, cards going up. So if you guys would like to join in on our ultra high-end membership, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. You can use code APRIL to get you 22% off at checkout, and if you would like to join the other membership programs, Platinum comes with $1,000+ picks, and then our regular memberships below that come with picks under $1,000. All you have to do is really click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com, pick which, of course, membership program suits you the best, and there's just so much money to be made in all of these programs. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this video. So in today's video, I will be going over quite a lot of concepts, of what happens during the NBA playoffs in the card market. So as we know, first things first, you really have to understand that the market moves based on expectations. And what I mean by that is if a team is expected to do very well and they meet those expectations, prices will stay steady. If a team is expected to do very well, they, fall short of expectations, prices are going to go down. If a team exceeds expectations, prices are going to go up. And here's one prime example. The Lakers had such high expectations last year during the NBA bubble that they won the championship, and LeBron's cards literally stayed steady and went down a little bit, which doesn't make much sense considering they won the championship, but their prices still went down. And on the flip side, the Denver Nuggets, they had the biggest price increase of the NBA bubble. And that is simply because their expectations were the lowest compared to how they performed. They absolutely crushed expectations. No one expected them to beat the Clippers. And their prices went absolutely insane. They saw some huge increases. And they saw much better returns than the Lakers, even though they lost to the Lakers and didn't make the finals, didn't win the finals. So that's what you really have to understand. It's all about expectations. Now, this year is very interesting because, the expectations on these certain cards, on certain teams, are very low, considering, for example, the Clippers have super low expectations after they lost, in the NBA bubble, after they got embarrassed by the Denver Nuggets. They lost 3-1. They blew their 3-1 lead is what I meant to say. They saw a huge price decrease, and overall the expectations this year are not very high on the Clippers. They're not favored to make the finals, and I think that's a great buying opportunity because the Clippers are set to do big things, in my opinion. Of course, everyone has their own take on the NBA playoffs, and I totally understand that, but of course the Lakers are looking a little bit shaky right now, and the Western Conference seems to be very wide open. So if the Clippers can put things together, I think they can at least, make it to the conference finals and see some incredible price increases. And then, like I said, I think the Lakers right now are a very good buying opportunity as well. The Lakers do not have the highest expectations right now. Many people are assuming that they might not even make it out of the West. So that's, if they do end up making it out of the West, these prices are going to go up a lot because expectations are fairly low right now on the Lakers. So I think there's overall a lot at stake, right? Anthony Davis is going for back-to-back championships. LeBron's going for ring number 5. Kawhi is going for his 3rd ring on a 3rd different team, possibly his 3rd finals MVP. Chris Paul is going for his first ring. There's just a lot at stake, and there's a lot that's going to cause prices to become very volatile. And I think right now is a great time to stack up on all these teams whose expectations are very low right now. Personally, where I would not be putting money right now is, in the Brooklyn Nets. And this is, I understand they likely have, at this point, most people can say they have the highest chance of winning the championship. And I would agree with that. However, considering the prices are already fixed in, considering, Kevin Durant's prices assume he's going to win a championship, I don't see much upside. I see a lot more upside in a team with lower expectations so that they have room to, go past those expectations and see their price increase. So I think a lot of money right now is being poured on the Brooklyn Nets, and I think that money's not going to sustain. I think the money that can be made is whichever team makes it out of the West, whether it's the Suns, whether it's the Lakers, whether it's the Clippers, whether it's the Jazz. Who knows who it will be, but whoever makes it in, in the Western Conference Finals, whoever makes it in the Western Conference will likely, in my eyes, see the biggest price increase because that is the most, unknown situation. And as we saw with the Nuggets, right? When expectations are low and you outperform your expectations, your prices are going to see a great increase. And it's hard for the Nets, to go past their expectations because they're, win or bust, right? If they don't make the finals, if they don't win the finals, their prices are going down like crazy. And if they win the finals, I'm not even sure that there's much upside. So I certainly think it's a great time to stack up on the Western Conference. I think the Lakers, in my eyes, still are going to at least make it to the Western Conference Finals if they can stay healthy, that is. So I'm putting a lot of money into LeBron. I think ring number 5 would be insane for him. That would, in my eyes, put him up there with MJ. Everyone has their different opinion, but that would certainly, in most people's eyes, be huge for his legacy. So I think it's a great time to stack up on LeBron, Anthony Davis, of course, Kawhi Leonard, like I mentioned. I even believe it's a great time to stack up on guys like Paul George. Whoever you believe in, stack up on, because if expectations are low on the Lakers, if they lose, their prices are likely not going to go down. But if they win, there's so much upside. Whereas for the Nets, if they lose, their prices are tanking because, everything's based on them winning this year. And if they win, there's not much upside. So I think it's a great time to stack up on a lot of these players. Paul George, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Chris Paul if you believe in the Suns, Donovan Mitchell if you believe in the Jazz, Jokic if you believe in the Nuggets. Whatever team it is that you believe in, or just spread across all of the teams, you're going to see some good price increases. But that's really how I break it down. Really, all I want you guys to take from this video is when you are investing, please, understand that, it's all about expectations. It's same as a company in the stock market. You're expected to do a certain amount of sales. If you do more, your stock goes up. If you do less, your stock goes down. It's all expectations, because at the end of the day, it's a market of supply and demand. And there's going to be demand on the championship teams, and that's going to cause prices to already reflect. In my eyes, Kevin Durant's prices already reflect that he's winning a championship. But LeBron's don't. Paul George's don't. Kawhi's don't. Kawhi's, in my eyes, his prices are essentially already priced in that he's not going to make the Western Conference Finals. That's my personal opinion. That's my intuition. So I certainly think there's a lot of money to be made here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helped out. Once again, if you would like to join in on the program and make some money with us, whether it's the ultra high-end membership, whether it's the platinum, whether it's the regular memberships, go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.